Okay, so PSO chat. We haven't played this in a while, at least on stream. There is a special 7th anniversary event happening for Ephinea, which is one of the online servers where you can still play the game. Highly recommended if people are looking to play the game and want to experience an enhanced version of the game. Mostly vanilla in some senses, no crazy new weapons or anything like that. It's based off the Blue Burst version of the game. But for people that only played on the GameCube, where you only had episode 1 and 2, Blue Burst includes a 4th episode. It also comes with a ton of weapons from that 4th episode. So, from the perspective of what we're going to do on stream, I think we'll go through the anniversary event specific quests, but I might skip Tower and CCA, as I am not a big fan of episode 2. I would say if you're looking to take advantage of it in terms of creating a new character, maybe you're trying to get some rares, anniversary event is so good. It is a great time to get started, even though it's towards the end of the anniversary event. As you'll be seeing, we're gonna get a ton of bonus XP, ton of rare drops, little things that drop, like, I'm gonna say tickets. Excuse me, they're badges. Different badges you can trade in for rares. So if you want to get an early start / head start in creating a new character, again, anniversary event is a great time to do it. Another great time will be Halloween. So we'll be revisiting the game both on pretty much any holiday, Halloween and definitely Christmas, and also the New Year. But I will say, we've made a character already. Let's go ahead and boot it up on my end. I'm gonna make sure I actually have the right one open. Give me 1 second, chat. I just want to make sure I hear sound from it. We'll switch over. I mean, funny enough, we'll be hearing almost that exact song in a second. I can kind of hear it, but it sounds a bit low. I put it at like 4%. That would explain a lot. Yeah, I don't want the game volume to be super, super high, so expect me to put it probably here-ish. It'll be like certain volume. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. There we go. This is not the right set of characters. I mean, like, I don't mind playing these characters. So if chat is not aware, I have a lot of characters. I guessed the character bank wrong. Hold on. False start. I thought I selected the right one. I'm off by 1. Take 2, chat. Yeah, PSO does tend to be loud, so I reduced its volume a bit. You'll see I have a few different add-ons. They're supported by the community. And most of them are just ignorable. Especially just if I feel like testing a quest and want to see how much gold I actually get, or Meseta. I'm going to use that as my metric. A lot of characters puts it mildly. Yeah, I think I'm on 16-ish. We'll see the exact number right now. Yeah, see that? I still have slots for other characters. So at some point, chat... I mean, I have placeholder IDs. I could just play with these characters at some point. Like, as is. I'd probably give them a makeover. I think we played him on stream before. We definitely played Dumpling before. So I guess going forward, I'll just reserve all slots for stream-created characters. So I'm thinking not today, but we're gonna wait towards the very tail end of the anniversary event. We're gonna power rush a character from level 1 to level 80. But today, we're just gonna see what it has to offer. Now, I will say, from a quest perspective, I feel like if you are very comfortable with the game and you're familiar with Towards the Future, that is an excellent quest to be doing right now. If you are looking for general XP for leveling and also some pretty strong rares, episode 4, if you're a Force, highly recommended. I was laughing about this with Chris before. So they introduced a new ship that's like, if you want to play the true ESO episode 1 and 2 plus, then you could play this specific ship that they're talking about, ship as a server. We're gonna be seeing this a lot. I'm like, it's nice that they're advertising it, but I'm like, man, I have so many characters. I have to see that so many times. Because I switch characters very often. Every time, chat. Oh, she has no items? Oh, was I gambling with her or something? Hold on, chat. Yeah, so today we're at 150% XP. Rare rate is 128. It must be Faux New World today. I'm gonna use a special server command called /forecast. Versus droids females. I always find it weird when they put forces and droids. There can be no force droid in this game. Yeah, I must have been gambling with this character. Let me grab my items. So good. Yeah, I always find it funny when I see it there. It's just like, yeah, it's literally not possible. But anyway, chat, if you're looking to get started in the game and you're even remotely curious about it, I have so many high-level techniques if you're gonna play a Force. Literally just let me know in the chat. I will give them to you. There are no strings attached. Like, I do not mind giving this stuff away. But it will be definitely first come, first serve. I'm just moving my items around a little more, so we're gonna see. So right now my stats are, you know, not bad for like a low-level character. However, we're not a low-level character per se. Where's my shield at? Didn't retrieve it from the bank. So we're just gonna get stronger and stronger. Put my magical piece. 1338, yeah, that seems fair. Anyway, now I can wield almost everything in my inventory, which is nice. I have a special command called /bank that lets me choose between the share bank between accounts and character accounts. I had a secret gear and a 3 seals. I guess since we're just doing episode 1, I'll leave it on 3 seals. I don't think I need secret gear at the moment. Secret Gear's benefit is that it's very high defense, which is good if I'm gonna get hit a lot. But 3 seals has a random chance of negation. I think I'll go for random block jams. Also, I'm gonna be potentially fighting killer plants, and I'd rather have resistance to their instant death attack. What an interesting world. So, I guess if Chris is interested in playing, I will extend the invitation to him. I'm just going to be doing episode 1. Although I'm not actually sure if this character can complete episode 1. If we can't, then I will switch characters and continue with the quests. So, character ID is kind of important for whether or not you're going to get any kind of interesting items. I will state, for the most part, when I play, I will not generally care when I'm streaming it. When I'm offline, I hardcore look at the drop charts, like, all day long. But out of curiosity for today, Pink ID can get Star Amplifier, which is okay. Vegito 1975. I don't see anything too stellar in the first area, unfortunately. I'm actually looking at all these. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Pink ID looks really bad for drops, unless it's the last part of episode 1. I'm gonna leave it to Chris. Would you like to join in? If so, I'll make a multiplayer game. If not, I'll continue. Now I'm gonna do a special command called /lobby, which I activate by pressing F1 and then typing it in. I said F1, F11. I'll give Chris a few seconds to think about it. I'll call this just Ephinea time. I love putting in gibberish for the password. Excuse me, chat. So, every quest is categorized into special categories. Now, fortunately, if you don't know which ones are related to the anniversary event, there's fortunately an event category. So we'll be doing these in order from the beginning starting area of the game all the way to the end game of episode 1 at least. I will skip dialogue because most of the time it's just fluff. Not really meant to be plot here, it's just meant for great items, good XP, etc, etc. So I guess I'll explain my spells that I'll use as I come across them. So in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you'll notice there's, or more towards the bottom actually, you'll see a series of icons along the bottom row. You use the first two things there. Red is Shifta. Increases my attack power, which is more out of habit. I actually don't use attack power. Oh, welcome back, Chris. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted to join in. So for now, I'll do the quest. And I use the blue version of that, which is defense, which is actually relevant. Now we're alternating. If we look on the bottom right-hand panel, you'll see a ice symbol as well as a fire symbol. And those are the respective spells I'm using on these enemies. Although I'm noticing my spell order is messed up again. I really need to make this more consistent across my characters. I was gonna say, oh boy, you get to join in with caves. Hopefully it's at least like caves level 2 and not caves level 1. I was gonna say, Chris, you are welcome to play anybody you want. I will not bully you picking a specific character. But I will inform you, you're probably gonna fight lilies. I feel like that's a fair warning. The ways you can counter that as a reminder, if you have a character that has 3 seals, they usually have okay resistances. If you still have a character with breastplate, what am I doing? They're not weak to that. Do I not have grants assigned? Hold on a second. I see it on my bottom toolbar, but I'm not actually able to cast it. I'll do it manually. Grants is the spell that does light damage. These things take, like, nothing from elements. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I just found it kind of weird. I couldn't use that button. So my controller has extra assignments, so I can actually use all of the spells along the bottom. If you think about it normally, there's only 8 face buttons, and then you have start, select, maybe, depending on the controller. You might notice there's 10 spells. So I have a application that basically runs the keyboard commands through the controller, and through a series of inputs on the controller, I can force it to do more spells than you would normally be able to do. And I prefer that way of playing. So no macros or anything. It's just I need something to emulate the keyboard controls as I play. So I'll be holding down like the back buttons in order to toggle what row of spells I'm on. Yeah, I'll just finish them with lightning. I already did enough damage. Seer damage is pretty good. I hear a server announced. Hello there. We will be... Oh, no, not maintenance. No! No, chat, I just started. Are you kidding me? I literally just started. That is such bad luck. When will it begin? Oh. Oh, 3 hours. Well, I got distracted by the maintenance message. Well, whatever, it's 3 hours. Whatever. That threw me off, actually. I needed to read that because it doesn't scroll multiple times. Yeah, I thought they were gonna say like 18 minutes. Unless they're gonna do, sorry, it meant 18 minutes or something, which would not I would not be surprised if they do that. But 3 hours, that's fine. I'm only gonna be playing for maybe 2. So yeah, took an early death, I suppose, but that was kind of important information to pick up on. I'm gonna look at my controller mapping in a moment. These enemies require grants. Like, I could do it with lightning, it's just very slow. Yeah, I'm like, I better not hear an amendment to that statement. Exactly. I'm gonna check one thing. This is normally... I'm gonna press buttons on the controller so I can actually see what this is mapped to. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, now I think I know what it's mapped to. Weird. This is that before. I need to standardize my forces. I would not have thought of using that button. I guess I don't usually use grants. I guess that kind of makes sense. Generally speaking, you'll want to use AoEs over single targets. I guess that checks out. Yeah, the controller mapper says like button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, and I was like, okay, I know it's a face button, but which one is it allegedly a button to? Interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna use the debuff version, or the down red arrow, in order to weaken them. I guess I'll use my spell. There we go. This is what I should be doing. I think if there's anything I even want from early episodes. Like, weirdly, Forest is almost always relevant, no matter what you're doing. Because there are ultra rare items that you could potentially get from the giant hulking bear-like creatures. They're the hill delts in this version versus the hill to bears. I just got wrecked. Okay, we'll be fine. So I also have a healing spell, I think I forgot to mention. It's number 9 on the spell list at the bottom. That's gonna be keeping us pretty much topped off. As long as I don't get distracted by server announcements, I think we'll be fine. Like, I see stuff at the top. I think that's just announcing that somebody found it rare. Dino 1975, we were just talking about that. I could technically get it here. They do it from defeating a guild chick. The guild chick is one of the robots in mine. Not that. Not status ailment, go away. Oh hey, I leveled on him. Nice. Still not quite enough damage. See, I'm letting them live by like 13 health, so that's why I know if I gain like 3 or 4 levels, I'll kill them one spell earlier. I know, I was gonna say Chris is like, wow, I forgot characters can level. I'm at such a high level, I don't see them anymore. Yeah, we're playing a fairly low level character. I think I'm almost weirdly the right level to play this. So like, I think I'm like the right level for caves, for example, the next area. Mines, I'm like very questionable if I'm ready for it. I mean, I'll try it with this character. It's not like defense really matters. Oh, I love stacking Gafoe, aka the Fireball Quill. So good. That's the level 15. That is the max level healing spell for a human male character. Gender and class dictate what your max spell levels can be. I understand some people don't enjoy that aspect, but honestly, I just want the characters to be a little more different from each other. Like, even if they don't do it through, like, quote-unquote, like, gender lines, I do appreciate that there's a difference between playing, like, a Newman versus, like, a human character. Human being more of, like, what would be considered, I guess, an elf. So, we're playing a Newman at the moment. Low health. Low defense, really high magic score, aka MST or mental strength. See, this is where I'm like, man, if I had a slightly different character. I don't like fighting the hill belt. Not with this character. I do really great damage 1v1, but it's much slower than a character that can just multi-hit them. I'm gonna focus on his minions so I don't accidentally grants them. So using Revarda to kill them. Grants and dead. You'll see me access a quick menu there. Basically, if I hit what would be control on the PC and then hit the upwards button, or the yellow button with the talk icon, it'll shift into kind of that zigzag icon, and that lets me access the quick menu. I think I could get away with exactly one more. Nice. Uh-oh. There's another hill down somewhere. You know what? I'm just gonna respond to him. Fine. I'm gonna say there's a lot of enemies that are spawning here. We have to be nearing the end though. Speaking of which, why did one spawn so late? I don't think that's supposed to happen. That was weird. Anyway, it's faster here to respond. I'm gonna kill all of them at once, even though it's low damage. I think we're actually done with the quest. These quests are meant to be short, so for people that are just looking to experience different aspects of PSO, this is really good if you just want to get a sample of I'm not gonna say the best enemy spread, but I would say good enough. Good enough. I'm gonna pick up some random items just to sell them, because this character is very poor. Although, I think I will be snobby and get rid of this Blizzard. It's pretty useless. Now, I have little trackers on my mini-map. You might notice there's an item list on the left-hand side of the screen. And from there, it'll tell me what exactly has dropped in this particular run. Oh, yeah, that is literally the end of the quest. Nice and simple. Reward is getting a guaranteed badge, but just as I said before, you can trade them in for items. Yeah. So great for getting a head start with characters, or for characters that are already, you know, towards the end of the life cycle. You can trade them in for materials or certain rares. Most of the time that'll be useful, unless you're like literally a level 200 character. In which case you could go for the extremely rare badges. And I'm out of inventory space for these, so what I'm gonna do... DB Saber. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why they're even advertising DB Saber. It's not a good item. Like, of all the things to advertise, I'm gonna do that over Excalibur, right, chat? I don't think that makes sense. So, I guess if we make another force, I have all of these mine materials. Basically, you'll gain 2 MST per usage. So, I can skip over 30 to 40 level ups on the next character and just instantly start with a bazillion MST. I probably should have actually picked up more items. Yeah, I think I actually lost money. Oh no, I went up in money. I went up exactly 468 Meseta. It's not great. Downside of the early forest, items are not worth a lot. I'm gonna identify an item, I don't even care what it is, I'm just gonna sell it. I got a couple scape dolls, which is a scape doll. Probably good enough. Those will revive me if I get killed. Oh, I'll pick up 10,000 Meseta for completing the quest. The one thing you need to make sure to do, just talk to the quest counter lady. There we go. That is emergency funding. So anyway, Chris, if you'd like to join in. Let's see. I probably should not make the game if we're looking for items. I'm just browsing very briefly here. Like, the only thing I could get is a Lavis Cannon, which I already have. Guilty Light. That's it. So literally, if you make the game, I will join. Pink ID is the worst ID for caves. I think. I don't think there's a worse one. So blue, sky, green, viridian, red, orange, yellow, white, all better than pink. Pink is terrible. Good one. Unless you're doing ruins or something. What ID would be good? Well, I guess for the audience at home, or if Chris can't make a decision, I would say... One has Shuren Goron. I know one of them does. White ID is really solid. It gives access to Shuren, Ejido 1975, and Red Sword. Yellow's not bad. We could go for Heaven Punisher on Grass Assassin. If you have purple ID, we could go for Psycho Wand. That one's pretty infamous. Sky is pretty solid. Sky gets Red Dagger, Red Slicer, Red Sword. I think optimally for endgame, it would be purple ID. But for just playing around and looking to get red swords, which are actually pretty good melee weapons for hunters, pretty much 4 out of the IDs get them. I was gonna say 12, and I was like, wait a minute, how many are there? there's only 10 IDs. So 4 out of the 10 give red sword. Anything that gives red sword is fine. Or this is it before purple. I was gonna say, Chris, you could play whatever you want. To me, I just want you to have fun with it. I just want you to know, I want you to be more comfortable with dealing with the lilies than about some item chart. So if you have like a cast or a raw cast with dress plate and makes you immune to them, and you want to do that regardless of ID, I'm all for it. Okay, we're making a purple game. Rat cave. It's like people are busy today. When he's doing TTF very hard. Oh, I see Chris's character. He's brought the hunter out. So for those not in the know, Psycho Wand is a 1 in 204.8 drop chance. As in like 1 over 204.8. And that only spawns from rare lilies, so it has an atrocious spawn rate. Absolutely atrocious. Just doing little animations there. Or I'm accidentally typing in the chat instead of doing commands. Whoops. There you go, pose on them. So we'll just be doing caves, and after that we'll be doing mines. So definitely feel free to switch characters for mines. The infamous Gorons is there. Funny enough, I might actually take off my god HP from the Gorons. I'm not sure if I have enough help to get through their weird damage exploit stuff. Maybe? I forget if they knock down at 800 or 840. If it's at 800 they start knocking down, then I can't go for this strat. Poor Chris, I don't think he skipped dialogue. We'll move past him. I was saying before, you can play whoever you want, Chris. I did not name a class at all for you. So whatever you're comfortable with to deal with lilies. Hopefully you have high dark resistance, or you're gonna be in big trouble. Actually, speaking of which, I'm in big trouble. Oh no, this is the character without Ryuker. Oh, hold on, we gotta fix this. I was just talking with Chris about this. This is like the only character I have that doesn't have the instant escape. I need cure paralysis. Like this is not negotiable, or this is gonna be horrible. Your EDK is 15. You brought it to caves like that? Oh no. That is really unfortunate for you. I have 1 cure paralysis there. I'd prefer not to take it out of my shared bank. Does she have one? Oh, she's got like a million in here. Never mind. What was I worried about? Get rid of some of my HP. And use Ryuker. Finally, I have a teleport spell. I was gonna say, you are a brave soul bringing in no EDK on the lilies. At least bring cure paralysis if you don't have it. Oh, you do have dress plate? Okay, well that's fine then. Dress plate, for those not in the know, gives, I think, 70 dark resistance. And that is higher than the dark resistance needed to become immune to the lilies. So as long as Chris also pairs that with the cure paralysis, which is the other status effect that the lilies can do, he's effectively immune to the only threat in this part of the game. If he really needs a cure paralysis, I could give him one. gotta wait for him to show up. I was gonna say, I'm assuming he's got cure paralysis. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna do AoE damage. I'm gonna let Chris focus on single target or partisan stuff, whatever he wants. I'll just support by freezing them on occasion. And we got an anniversary badge as a random drop, nice. Now, what I don't like about this is that in single player, these lilies are weak to lightning. In multiplayer, they're not. So, unfortunately, a lot of these formations are only suited for lightning to strike them, which is really kind of garbage for multiplayer. I think I'm just gonna spam Fireball and end them. Come on, Slime, stand up so you can die. Oh, they found Red Ring. Yeah, we might go for that eventually. I don't think we'll do it today, though. Red Ring is the best shield in the game. It requires you to be level 170 to use. Extremely high defense, gives bonuses to all stats, small HP TP regen. Phenomenal. Okay, Chris and I have gotten one Red Ring each. I guess we'll see who breaks the tie. You get that from fighting the final boss of episode 1. Hey Kirk, hope you're doing well. Playing with Chris in the chat. Like, it's slapped. Just outright slapped. Getting bullied. Now this character's defense is atrocious, so I will definitely get bullied hard by these enemies. I'm doing okay, Kirk. My stomach is bothering me a little less at the moment. I'm also a little tired, so sorry if my commentary is not quite up to par today. But I wanted to get this in, since it is a limited time event. It's going to be running, I think, until September 3rd. So we'll probably do 1 or 2 extra streams of just PSO. It will not override, I think, our normal streaming days. Just because I feel like this is a game I could kind of pick up whenever. So more likely than not, I'll probably do another stream Wednesday, Friday again. Just because, again, I don't have to think very hard while playing PSO. I'm on, like, full autopilot. Like, my eyes recognize the enemies, and my fingers do the rest. It's all muscle memory. Except for when I misplace where a spell is, then I get lost and confused. Yeah, like here's a great example of a room that you would hit with lightning and kill them easily, and it just doesn't work in multiplayer. How annoying. I'm gonna let Chris kill these enemies since this character is not really great at dealing with them. I mean, I guess I could single target Barda, I guess, but unfortunately the enemies in episode 1 have insanely good resistances. In single player comparatively, this would have done like 800 plus damage. And they would have had like half the health, so I would have basically 3-shot them, if not 2-shot them, depending on my level. Being very rude to me. Please stop laser locking me. Thank you. There we go. Hopefully you're doing well, Kirk. Oh, well, I hope Chris is doing well. I meant to say Kirk. Congratulations on the silver badge. Any plans for today, by the way, Kirk? I guess might be more fitting questions. Talk about how you're feeling. Nice, nice. buffs wore off for Chris. There you go ahead and pump him back up. He's basically invincible to these enemies. I mean, I could just heal him every now and then and he'll be fine. Not much to worry about there. I'm not really seeing a lot of things I'd want to sell. Generally speaking, if it's in a blue box, I'll pick it up for money. Oh hey, a wave that actually still works with ice. Oh, and then I get lasered. Or mine, spoke too soon. Punished for my hubris. LNK Combat Z's. If that had any hit on it at all, I would have been happy. Unfortunately, it's a junk rare. In fact, it's so bad, I'm sending it to the Shadow Realm right now. Sacrifice it 15 points. Which I don't really has no purpose for me specifically, but I just want to get rid of it from my inventory. I know. It activated my trap card, chat. It's all over. Oh, handgun Melia? Oh, interesting. From a Tolo. My brain is even trying to contemplate what ID they were using for that. My brain doesn't want to compute that. Like, I usually know the IDs pretty well, but that's such a weird drop. This is testing my Ephinea PSO knowledge. I'm gonna think about it, chat, without looking at the list. It's true, and I also have the high ground, Kirk. You're right. Oh, I got knocked over. Oh, I'm just trying to even think. Like, my brain is just like, what? Are they playing White ID Forest? Like, 'cause that's what the Boomas are. They have to be. I can't think of anything else it could be. It's so weird. Like, did they do that on purpose? Like, most people don't do White ID for episode 1. Like, it's not that White ID is bad, it's just that there's kind of like infamous IDs that you pick if you want to get like a true endgame rare. Like, for example, you would pick Blue ID in episode 1 because it has a great chance of dropping super rares. Or you might play Red ID, for example, if you're looking for starting character equipment. White ID, I think, also still gets Frozen Shooter, which is the best ranger weapon in the game. But as I said before, it's just such an unconventional choice. I'm curious if they actually made it on purpose, or if it's just they created a character and left the ID there. But I guess we'll never know, chat. I'll have to ponder life's mysteries. Anyway, I'm just gonna stunlock them for Chris. I'm not looking to do any damage here. Oops, did not mean to menu there. So I should go slower on my spell usage since I'm not doing damage anyway. I'm just doing this to stunlock them so they can't hit me. That is aware. Even if it does 0, they do the real back animation. Let me be more efficient with my TP usage. There we go. Yeah, that took me a while to think what ID it was, because it's like, what ID do I not play? I went through process of elimination. Because I have characters for every ID, so I'm like, which one would I not normally play with episode 1? And I played the elimination game. I think I get closer, I'd rather ice. Or single target ice, yeah, there we go. And since I have the drop list open, let me scroll up, because I am curious. Did I guess correctly? Oh, it was White ID, nice. Oh, and they do drop Frozen Shooter. I'm on point today, chat. That's why I was curious. I'm like, oh, okay. I like Red ID for Magical Stone or Tista, for example. Or like Red Handgun or Heavenly Battle. All really great items. Yeah, I just had to do a couple page ups. I mean, I just had to go from episode 1 to episode 2, or vice versa. And by vice versa, I mean caves to forest. Ooh, let's wake up a little bit here. There we go. The gibberish is out today, chat. I was gonna say, if Kirk gets ever extremely bored, he's always welcome to join. Otherwise, more than welcome to watch. I don't really have too much to say from the gameplay standpoint, because we have played this game quite a bit on stream. So mostly just kind of healing Chris whenever I see his health get low, or I'll get meleeed and not able to kill him. I mean, I guess I could talk about this character's bonuses as a reminder, because it has been a while since we played. So this character does not get any bonuses to AoE spells, which is unfortunate, so no extra damage for me. However, I get enhanced healing range, and I also do more damage with basic techniques. Did you see that line ice spell that I do? That one. That one does more damage than normal. Hits 1.5 times instead of 1.3. If I were like doing an AoE spell. Uh-oh, you got prep work this afternoon. What are you doing, Kurt? Yeah. Okay, we'll just make Kirk a hunter or something. Hunters need more love. We'll see if Kirk, if he ever makes a character, if it'll be like a human hunter, or if he'll become Murderbot. I am so sad that spell didn't come out in time. That actually almost killed me. That was crazy. The Grass Assassin beeline for me as they were meleeing me. I'm glad none of that landed, or I probably would have died there. It would have been a wasted escape call. It didn't even register to me that he could reach me from there. Just having an outdoor hangout for food and games, got lots of fitness on top of. That sounds nice. What kind of games you playing? Is that... I'm assuming you're not playing board games outdoors. Say that. I know you do love board games. Wow, I've been hit this many times and I still don't have Book on Blast. What a sad world I lived in, chat. One day I'll get Mag Blast from getting hit like 100 times. Keys for charcuterie board, nice. Oh, I leveled again. What a weird feeling. I'm not even paying attention to my levels. I'm used to playing like the level 190 character. I mean, I have the XP to level in the upper right. I just ignore it most of the time. I mean, I guess that stops me from needing to use items. I think I'm gonna get around 1400 MST. That'll hit me through certain damage thresholds in this game. Those board games outdoors, but dexterity games like axe throwing. Well, that was an escalation. And also cornhole. Yeah, it's like, I was thinking you were gonna say something like horseshoes or, you know, one of those kinds of things, but axe throwing. Do you have like a wooden board that you're throwing against for the axe? I imagine axe throwing isn't just chucking it at your neighbors. Although the silence is aiming turn. Not gonna lie. I was just thinking about it. I've seen it before. Okay, you got a target board. As long as nobody's attached to it, I think that's probably fine. Oh, I finally got Mag Blast. Chris, do you want to just Mag Blast this? I'll give him time because I know they're decreasing. He'll probably notice I'm not using spells. Maybe. Okay. I'm gonna use it. Unfortunately, there is a delay. Like, I had to play it real slow. No one will be harmed in making that entertainment. That's good news. A Berserk Mech Gun, which would have been good if it had any hit, but nope, another junk rare. Oh, somebody got Purple Card from Nano Dragon. You know what's really funny is I don't even think Purple Card is a drop for Purple ID in this game. I think they rearranged it recently. I mean, maybe they put it back and I could be mistaken. But I know for a while it wasn't there. I always thought that was funny. It's not like that in normal PSO. In normal PSO, it matches the IDs, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, chat. Did they fix that? Oh, they fixed it. Nice. So it is purple ID for here. No, yeah, one of the drop cards, not from, I guess not from this year, but from last year. It was like on the wrong ID. I thought it was funny. Yeah, they put it on blue by accident one year. But I see they've since fixed it, so it's fine. I don't know if that was like literally it was on blue ID or if they just messed up the chart for like a couple months. Can't really tell. You know how it is with those things, chat. Who knows? Goodbye, all my tribe fluids. I can start picking up more items. Another mech gun, but also not usable. Oh, I'm actually out of item space. Well, then I will get rid of my terrible items. Not junk are usable rares. I don't like that what you are holding can be sent to the team. It makes me so nervous. I'm like, why did they do that? I don't want to accidentally get rid of my items. I'll do this in the game. Yep, quest cleared. What? What? Where is this on my other items? I just realized I picked up a sniper, or it's called laser in this, with 70% on an attribute. I'm so mad. Why can't we get this on other usable items? Come on, 70% unidentified, so it'd be 80%. I don't believe this. I'm so mad. Like, it's not on anything I can use. Look, it's an 80% laser. Chat, the max is, I think, 100. How did it roll so high? It's on, like, a nothing quest. Whatever. I know. If Chris missed it, he can check it later. It's actually nonsense. Now, if that had, like, 60 hit, I would have been, like, losing it for sure. But fortunately, it had nothing good. Literally not worth using. Okay, I think I gained money there. Yeah. I'll gain a little bit of cash once I go to the quest counter. I know. Of like all the things for it to be there. It's not good luck, Kirk. It went to the wrong weapon. If that was on any of those guns we just picked up, it would have been amazing, but alas. I might have leveled too much for the brand. But I guess we'll try to do mines next. If I am too leveled for the brands, I will switch characters. So I would say from the standpoint of people that are looking for IDs that are good for the specific areas, I will state Green ID and Viridian are really, really, really solid for mines. Yellow ID, I think, overall is the best. It gives some very similar items, like Viridian when you're just starting out gives you Heavenly Battle, B101, all really great items, and also parts of brands if you're a ranger for the shotgun. Green ID does something similar. Instead of Heavenly Battle, you get hero abilities, which are not bad, but you also get the rare, very rare Kasami Bracer. Yellow ID is just absolute nonsense. It gets Cure Shock, which is not useful, but V101 and Excalibur, pretty solid. But I'm happy with anything that has V101. The only other ID that has that is Orange ID, and that gives you S-Parts version 2.01, which I think is the best shield for robots. I think it adds 35 attack power to them, and attack power is the only thing that matters for the most part for rangers and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if Chris wants to make the game. I don't really want to make the game because pink is literally the worst ID. It is so bad. It only gets parts of Baran's and Heaven Punisher. Nothing else on the list is worth it. But yeah, if I start getting one-shot, I'm switching characters. So we might be redoing this quest. We'll see. I need to write down and memorize the cutoff of where the Barans start going from, like, tee-hee, they're a joke, to, oh no, they ignore iframes and I die. I need to know that exact HP cutoff. I'm worried I passed it already. I see Rock Spot is here. Now, sadly, Pink ID is good for the final part of Episode 1. They get probably the most overall good items, like Bringer's Right Arm, Swordsman Lore, Storm Wand, you know, some pretty solid items, but unfortunately, I don't think she's tough enough to survive it. So I'll probably switch characters for it. So we'll see. I might embrace the Barans once, just to see if I ignore their damage or not. Or I guess I could just hide behind you. You are a tall character. I mean, I would think the missiles would have trouble hitting me, but you never know. Yeah, pretty much no matter what your ID is, it's better than what mine is. I don't think there's a worse ID for mines. Pink, I think, is literally the worst. So, unlike the other parts of Episode 1, if you were to play this on lower difficulties, these robots would be weak to lightning. They're just weak to fire. In fact, almost everything is weak to fire here, with like very few exceptions. So expect for me to be spamming Fireball basically the whole time. So in the meantime, since I'm autopiloting Griffoe, I guess I could read the chat, talk with Kirk. Involve Kirk in the action. I'll freeze the leader. I'll think briefly there. I will state before we go too much further, these enemies are atrocious. I'm trying to freeze them, but I'm having bad luck. Bad luck, chat. Man, can I really not get the freeze? Bad luck. Okay, I'm not going for the freeze anymore. Moment of truth. Oh, it knocks me down. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there we go. It's not 840. Okay, so for those not aware, the attack is supposed to knock you down, but in multiplayer it doesn't. if you have too much health, you'll just take it and die. So I literally lowered my HP on purpose just so that I don't get insta-killed. We're good. I can continue playing. So it goes an attack that does like 500 damage. For me being knocked down, it does 500 instead of like 1,500 or some nonsense. Like it is ridiculously good that I don't get knocked down there. And fortunately, the Faux New World gets like no health per level, so even if I level a lot here, I think I'm okay. Multiplayer. Trying to think. Last time we were having random conversations during PSO, we were talking about tabletop games. Are there other games you are interested in, Kirk? Are there any ones you want to shill for the stream since you're here? Like, for example, are there any, like, roguelike deck-based building games based off of what we were doing yesterday? I think I've seen you play games like Monster Train, for example, which look very similar to Play the Spire. Guild myself. Oh, silver badge? Nice. These 4 enemies, chat. I'm like half awake, I'm still doing them. I might give that game a try at some point. We'll see how things go when it comes to on-stream stuff. These poor enemies, John. I guess I'll briefly mention the difference between a guild check or whatever it is, the white robot versus the orange robot. The orange robot requires you to go to a specific part of the room and destroy a switch. Otherwise, they just keep reviving over and over. You can kill them enough times that they eventually straight up die, but it's not worth doing that. It takes way longer than just hitting the switch and killing them. Sort of like tower defense hybrid and Slay the Spire. You get a champion, get a creature side defense, central health rather than your champion. Yeah. I could see that being very similar, but at the same time different enough that it could be fun. Ooh, excuse me. Still waking up here. I will gladly take those shields. In need of the cash, as it were. You can see the slightly orange robot next to the normal color robot. There must be a switch in the room. If I had to guess, it's above us. Yep, it is. I'm gonna stand in such a way that I can hit it with the Bowie. Got it. Sometimes you can hit the switch when you're not supposed to, so Chris was trying to shoot it through the doorway. Which is an admirable attempt, because honestly, like 50% of the time that does work. Where you're supposed to kill an enemy to make the switch vulnerable, but you don't have to. Rogue Book. I don't think I've heard of that one. Similar to Slay the Spire, but you roll 2 rather than 1. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I heard you had more kind of mixed opinions towards Dicey Dungeon. I was thinking of trying that at one point, because it didn't seem very expensive. I want to pick up these items, but I'm out of space. Brutal. Quick but sort of flat. Yeah, I was kind of getting it. It looked to me more like not like a $20 game, but like a pretty easy, like it's an easy $9 sell for me, right? Like I think I could probably get maybe 20 hours of enjoyment from it. I don't feel like it would be a huge stretch. But like, do I see myself getting like 60 to 80 hours, like a full price game? Probably not. If I just want something simple but addictive. I could replay that a few times. Gorons, I'm trying to item menu. Fine. Very rude, chat. He's not respecting my menuing. That was a bad time. Thank you for the revive. That was a bad time for me. I got sandwiched between the murder pillars. Yeah, it's one of those things where I definitely feel it's very unlock driven. I think that's an extremely fair statement. Yeah, I feel that way about most games. If there's not something for me to unlock, I generally don't go back to it. Like, I probably would not go back to Hades at this point because I've beaten the game, unless it's to get Patrick, please. You know what I mean? Like, I need, like, a goal. I don't do runs for the sake of runs. So I fully understand and feel that way about it. That's where I felt kind of, like, 50-50 on things like, Vampire Survivors. I didn't like where the game was going, and I didn't really care about the unlocks anymore because of the power creep. So I don't know if I'll ever go back to that game, to be honest. It was fun while it lasted, kind of thing, but yeah, I did not really like the new features they added. Actually, we picked up so many materials, Chris, I have to go back. Like, I'm so out of inventory space, it's not even funny. We still have more rooms to go. Yeah, I've seen games that are like Vampire Survivors that are like slightly more involved than it, which might be interesting to try at some point. But given that like the power creep of something like Vampire Survivors is so high, it feels like it's kind of impossible for me to lose now. Like, that's just my general feeling. Whereas, like, when we first started, it literally was a toss-up whether or not I could win. And, you know, we were struggling in the beginning to get the clear. And now it's, like, it's not even, like, you know, will we win? It's, do we even bother getting the other optional superpowered item to kill death? Like, do we even bother? Like, it's not a question if we make it anymore. Because we kind of hit that point with the characters. I just feel like it doesn't have the same appeal to me. Right? Like, I want some risk of death. Like, even when I play a game that I'm super comfortable with, like Sengoku Basara, I could still die randomly. It's not like I won't die. Like, if I really mess up, I will die and game over. Like, I almost game over twice as even Pirate Guy. It just takes, like, one mistake. Well, more like two mistakes in Sengoku Basara, but, you know, one big mistake into one small mistake equals game over. Whereas I don't really feel that way with the games that we played, where it's just kind of winning is assured. That's why at least Hades gives you the option to increase the difficulty, since it's very clear we're gonna get to the end for the most part. Or we'll do like chat challenges while also still trying to get Patrick Lees to talk to us. There has to be like some other level to it. Pull me back in. Yeah, it just, I don't know. I just feel like we're games like, not Slay the Spire. Oh, Slay the Spire is actually a good example where I'm never sure if I'm going to beat a run. You know, I can kind of take good routing, but even then it still comes down to luck to an extent. We're not quite at the game where I feel like, oh, we're going to auto-win every time we play. So I feel like the challenge is there. But when it comes to things like Vampire Survivors, because there's not a lot of skill expression possible in the game, it's just kind of like did you take any items? You're gonna win. Like, did you bother getting like any evolves? You're probably gonna win. Yeah, like Slay the Spire, you're not guaranteed to get something good, which is both good and bad. Because it can be kind of frustrating when you just want to do a specific build and the game doesn't let you go for it. It kind of sucks. gosh, I'm getting punched repeatedly. It's ridiculous. Just spamming heal as much as I can. But unfortunately, the other robot keeps punching me, which is causing me to get stun locked longer. Yeah, that enemy is super deadly. Like, even though Chris is level 191, this enemy will still kill him. It's a point. But I'll revive him. Yeah, just to give you an idea how ridiculous it is. Chris has 2,000 health, and he still died almost instantly against that enemy. I don't know. I feel like if they're gonna do one thing with Ephinea, I think they should fix that stupid damage bug. I don't know why they kept it. It is really absurd how much damage that does. That enemy should not deal like 1,800 damage or whatever nonsense it does at all. I'm okay with them fixing some PSO bugs if it's in the player's favor. And that's one of the ones where I'm like, I would desperately love if they fixed that. That is very silly. You will not experience that as a new player. That only happens on basically Ultimate and Multiplayer. Multiplayer Ultimate. But because we're at the end game, you're probably going to see it get popped in here. I did not use the right spell. I almost died for that. Oh no. Oh no. Getting, okay, wailed on. Leave me alone. Run away! They do so much damage. So the downside to the anti-Baran strategy I came up with of literally removing my god HP means these enemies are going to murder me very quickly by comparison. So, not great choices for me overall, but hey, I'm getting through it at least. Slowly but surely. So one strategy I would recommend is if you put your back to the wall and you let the brands get as close as possible to you, they actually can't hit you. The missiles have to go a set distance before they can curve. Or else make them fight each other. I mean, look at Chris's health. He's just getting, like, mollywopped by them. Ridiculous. It's not his fault. Like, there's nothing he could really do about this. It's ridiculous. Case in point, he just died at almost full health again. It's not Chris's fault. He didn't do anything wrong. The game had just decided he should die. So, like, even in a game where we can kind of autopilot with PSO, I mean, it just proved that, you know, you still have to at least try a little bit. You could just die randomly. Be prepared for those kind of scenarios. I think that helps with longevity of the game. Whenever you're able to do, you know, still feel challenged. You can't just, like, blindfold clear. Okay, I should make a decent amount of money this run. Well, that's a shame that you're not able to remove cards easily. We'll see how we feel about it. Man. Let me go ahead and put these away. Just drop me some HP materials. Nice. Useful from starting a new character. Although, as I said before, sometimes hit points, they don't work out in this game. Like, I actually don't want HP material on certain characters, like, at all, ever. I'm not gonna say it's gonna render them unusable, but it'll add a very high challenge that I don't think is intended from them. Or at least I hope it's not intended. Level 20 gets on. I'll throw it. I could keep it for other players, but I don't see anybody in the chat asking for it, so get rid of it. Wow, I made a profit of 46,000. Pretty solid overall. No, I don't think this character is ready for Ruins, as her health total is atrocious. I'm thinking about who to bring in for Ruins. I know, I could bring in Green ID. They have a 299,593 drop chance, as in 1 over that amount. You know, just a casual drop. You only need to kill 299,000 on average to get this 1 drop. Yeah, chat, let's not do that. I'm not sure who Chris will play. I'll probably still pick a Force to make it easy for Chris. Think about what I want here. I'll look at my C-Bank too. Helps if I spell the thing right. There we go. We'll switch characters in a moment. Yeah, Ruin's mostly... We're not fighting balls, so it's kind of whoever you want. When you scare me with that info, you better not say, like, 1 hour. It better say 2 hours. Looking at you. Japanese ticker, you're not helping. No, you're not helping. No, just... Why didn't they put the Japanese at the end? Come on. Don't do the mixed languages. 119 minutes, that's fine. We're gonna quit out, and I'm gonna switch characters. So we got some time with the stream created character. Pink ID, as I said before, is technically ideal. She's just too low level. But fortunately, we did get a couple levels on her, so if she were to get to 120 or 130, I think she'd have the raw health to survive most of the enemies outside of the Chaos Bringer. Oh wait, this character's a pink ID? That's actually kind of tempting. Do I have any other interesting IDs to bring here? Oh, orange would have been great for solo. Right here. Green ID, Psycho Wand. I could do the Psycho Wand run. Meridian. You know what? We'll go from female to female. I'll probably just make the game. I want some Guardianas. Or does this character have enough health for this one? I mean, I kind of want Kasami Bracer more. Just thinking about it. Yeah, let's stick with the same character. Hopefully this character doesn't get one shot. So I get Prophet's Abotab instead of Bringer's Right Arm. I already have Bringer's Right Arm, so I don't really need it. Guardiana, and then potentially Kasami Bracer chance, which would be fun. Alternatively, I could have played Yellow ID, but I don't think I have a Yellow ID Force. That would have given us Spread Needle. Hey chat, did you know you could just... Yeah, I know, yeah. Actually, it looks like this character doesn't have enough health, but they're much stronger overall, so maybe this will be okay. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna risk it. I don't feel like getting a dumb game over. I'm gonna go back to Pink ID. I thought about it, and I'm like, it is multiplayer. Now, if this was single player, this character would be absolutely perfect. Weirdly, I think Forces are very strong in single player and very mediocre episode 1 in multiplayer. And the reason being is that a lot of the enemies gain like 20 to 30% resistance, and normally that's not a big deal. The problem is that it makes them go from taking 50% damage to only 20% damage, and that is kind of a big deal because you do so little damage on a lot of normal enemies. Oh, it's 1400 also not enough. Interesting. Well, this is fine. At least I have ATP. So the backup for Forces in this scenario is to... Art of Yashminikov 9000M. I don't know where that drops because that's a new drop chart item, so I don't feel bad for not knowing where that is. That literally just came out last month and I haven't really played none. So who knows? I'm gonna roll my hands in the air. No idea what ID that is. Oh, I made the game. Wow, this character is almost literally complete. What a god. So, I do think, weirdly enough, there are enemies that have even greater resistances in single player or multiplayer versus single player. And it's such a shame because I feel like normally the the female Newman force is really, really good at episode 1 clears. Like, I think people don't give her credit for it. Is she's able to basically 2-shot or 3-shot the Chaos Bringers with just a Barda, which is really, really insanely good. But when you play multiplayer, comparatively, it takes like 11 to 12 casts, because for some reason they add 50% ice resistance, if I'm not mistaken. Instead of having a 20% resistance, it's like 70%, which is completely absurd. I don't know why they did that. And no, there isn't another spell they're weaker to. So, I feel like, I don't know. ESO balancing is very strange, Chad, is what I'll say. I think they didn't want you to be able to do damages, of course, in like the early episodes, and they super punish you for being a force in episode 2. They're like, oh, you're trying to have fun over. Anyway. Fortunately, we have a very strong melee weapon, and it's anti-dark. We should basically cleave through them. So expect to see me melee a lot. So this character is technically a force, but more often than not, I'm going to be meleeing. I'm almost able to kill them in one combo. If I get slightly stronger, I might be able to do it. Oh, the buttons are weird. But there we go. I'm like, where's my lightning? Where's my lightning? Panic. I think the 360 lightning is still the best thing to do with those, so lots of me do that. I should eventually get a partisan for this character. I could go back for my umbrella. The umbrella is actually weirdly a strong and good item for this character. Wow, even that weapon does decent damage. Oh. You guys hit for a ton of damage when you crit. Interesting. The other thing's gonna knock me over. Sucks. Here's the problem enemy right here. Fortunately, if it's by itself, it's not a problem. So if it takes enough damage, or it takes enough hit, more accurately, number of hits, if it gets hit a lot, it'll charge up a death laser, and the death laser does, I think, 1500 damage flat. There's no reducing it. So if it aims at me, I'm gonna die. Chris, however, has enough health that he can survive it. Oh, not putting enough damage. Took the first right there. No, don't target his crystal. Control. So we'll see what games we end up, I guess, playing in the future. Hopefully Chad enjoyed, what was it, Sengoku last night? What a character. Yeah, I have to pay slightly more attention to the screen now because I'm melee. I'm trying to get into those little tight positions so I can get my full attack out. they on opposite ends? Look. That. Getting bullied. That is not the button I'm looking for. This is the button I'm looking for. One day, Chad, I'll come up with a standard rotation for spells instead of just trying to memorize it again on the fly. One day. Oh, he must have been invincible at debuff. Gotta say, I saw he didn't have the debuff on him. Okay, I'm gonna briefly be a mage here. Oh, I'm sorry, you're picking up the Sonic music. Yeah, that'll get copyrighted to hell. Oh, we were just talking about Stormwalls earlier. There we go, I got an easy freeze on them. Find the right button eventually, chat. Nope. Why did I put that on the bottom button? That does not feel good for me. Silly me. I might fix this later. I have to decide which one I want as the standard, though. I think what we'll do is we will skip episode 2. I just don't like playing episode 2. We'll go straight to episode 4. We'll finish strong. And then if we happen to finish those, we'll talk about, I guess other games. It's mostly meant to be a vacation day today. I mean, I'm sure if chat has seen me play through episode 2, they understand why I don't want to do episode 2. Oh! That vegan was coming for me. I'm really surprised that didn't hit me. I don't know what that looked like on Chris's screen, but it definitely almost hit me. I was walking towards him and it aimed at you. That was scary. Now these enemies... Oh no, I gotta dodge the revenge laser. Oh no, I gotta dodge 2 revenge lasers. Okay, there we go. So it'll throw its hands in the air, and it'll also do more damage depending on how much TP it takes. So 2 is the best. Yeah, maybe on opposite day it's the best. Yeah, that's one of those ones where I think for the most part the terrain and the idea of it is cool. I just absolutely hate the execution. It does nothing for me. Oh no, I'm lined up with Chris. I'm in trouble. So these enemies have a very interesting exploit. If you don't move, they can't hit you. If you literally stand perfectly still, they will always miss. Now the problem obviously being, you can't hit them by default. There we go. I can use spells to reorient myself without moving, but I was just pressing the wrong stuff. I'll just try to keep Chris healthy. Yeah, I don't know, chat. Episode 2 is just one of those ones where I didn't get very far with it in the GameCube because the camera was just so bad in split screen for that area. Like, horrendously terrible. So that, like, immediately skewed my opinion of it because it was, like, borderline unplayable in split screen. And then, like, every area after that is just so bad. Like, it's just chock full of, like, all the things I don't like in PSO. Insta-kill enemies, things you can't target properly, disarm. It has everything, chat. In, like, all the worst ways. Yay, I'm helping. Or forces in episode 1 sometimes. Again, they have a really easy time in episode 1 solo, but man, multiplayer, it's like, oof. Hope you brought melee weapons. You're gonna do no spell damage. I'm gonna try to freeze a couple of them for Chris, if nothing else to unlock them. I'm gonna play more of the support role here. Oh, go away from me. Nice multi-kill from Chris. Buff them. Fortunately, the crystal target. There we go. They found a Psycho Wand? Aw, that could have been us, chat. We did technically do the thing that you could get Psycho Wand from. That is the classic purple ID. Oh, I am definitely just gonna Razan repeatedly here, because I am the most efficient character at killing with balls for sure. I can hit more than 5 targets easily, and hit around me. They actually hit me so many times, I got Mag Blast. Stop that. Again, my goal is mostly just to support Chris, try to debuff them, hit a couple of freezes out there if I'm able. I think if we kill the bulk, it is a very small chance of giving us the zombie bracer. That's also kind of a bug from the original. I don't remember if I brought this up before, but there's some enemies where if they have like different variations of themselves, like how the gunners have a leader that's red versus enemies that are green, or in that case the bulk quality just becomes bulk. They didn't actually program all forms of that to give rare items, which is insanely obnoxious. They fixed that in Ephinea, but they still drop the rares, even at a lower rate. I couldn't quite get all of them. Probably the final wave, so nothing too much to do here. Maybe. That's a lot of enemies. I was gonna say, I'm on the floor, I can't get hit by the revenge attack. So close to getting a kill. Okay. End of the quest. That wasn't too bad. I don't know, chat. I'm very tempted to break out my serious character. That's when you know I've had enough. But I'm tired of feeling the struggle as other characters. I'm thinking about it. Bringing out the big gun. My highest level character. He's very, very strong and very, very much geared for episode 4. In fact, I think I'm pretty much going to do that. So unless Chris is going to play Sky ID, I'm probably going to make the game. So we could go for Excalibur, I'm thinking, if you want. Episode 4. It's up to you, though. I mean, technically, Viridian also can get it. It's just probably easier with Sky. If you don't feel like playing your Sky ID, I'll just make a difference. You'll be playing purple? Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. I'll make the game. We could still potentially get Excalibur, aka the strongest sword in the game. Too shabby. XP per second was about 87-ish. Eh. Now, the downside to the Fomarl is she's decent at melee. I didn't bring a Partisan, which would have helped quite a bit. But she's not really suited for episode 4, so I need characters with really good spell damage there. Sadly, she's very good at episode 2 because she has both high health and defense and everything else. I'm sorry, did you just get a level 29 grand? Chris has just been hiding that from us the whole time. What an amazing drop. Are you actually giving that to me? I definitely appreciate it. We were talking about this before with Chris. My grants level is garbage. Yeah, only 26. That is a big increase for me. So every grants level... No, I just got the level 29 grants. Thank you, Chris. Very nice of you. So instead of doing, I don't know, like let's say 800 damage, it's gonna do probably closer to 850 or 860, which does make a difference. Because I will be granting like 4 to 5 times, so the difference of 60 is like 300 more damage. And she has the best multiplier for grants in the game. Any character that needs that to take damage is gonna see quite a bit more. So sadly, that does make episode 2 clearing faster. Because that is probably going to be her most used spell. But, how we feel about that. Also, when did I get so many scape dolls? What do I do with these? Yep, she's just even better for the episode that I don't play. What a shame. So I'm gonna switch characters. I'm gonna bring in the most serious character of all time. You know what? What we'll do instead of episode 2, we'll end it with a red rank run. So yeah, I do think Fo Newman is probably the best overall offensive force. It's kind of really hard to argue it. He's got great health, really strong MST, great damage multipliers on everything you would basically use. Pretty solid accuracy. I think he's the second highest overall. Just a really, really good character. You can also use Excalibur. Not every force can. No, I'm saying we're doing Red Ring later. We're doing that to end the run. We're doing episode 4 first. For your clarity. I'm gonna call episode 4. Yeah, rather than do episode 2, we'll do one Red Ring run. Who knows, maybe we'll just get the best shield on stream. So this character is basically complete. The only thing he needs is B101. Which, sadly, I don't think we could get in episode 4. Not anymore. I think the original version, that's where it did drop. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they added it back in for Green ID, but I'm not Green ID. I'm gonna correct myself while I remember things slowly. Wow, this character's resistances are off the charts. This character could go anywhere I want him to. Great defense, too. So let me know if I didn't make the game multiplayer. I didn't super pay attention. I went through really quickly. So many scape dolls. Why? I don't need these. I'm gonna put some of these away while we wait for Chris. Well, I guess if Chris needs scape dolls, I have a wall of them again for some reason. It's a little better. How many? Oh. Half my bank is scape dolls. I'm like, chat, please take these items from me. Someone please make a character. Just take them from me. I don't want them anymore. Yeah, I scrolled through. That was at least 80 scape dolls just on this character. And I have at least 20 on every character, if not more. So I think overall, it's pretty safe to say I probably have about 600 to 800 scape dolls. There are certain characters where I guarantee you I have 100 scape dolls or more. Because I don't do anything with the character that would get them killed. So I just accrue all of them. I'm gonna go full autopilot here. They have like no chance of killing me. I mean, I guess I could stand here to get some of the wrappies. Whatever. Yeah, you'll notice instead of doing 200 per spell, this character's doing 518 plus. This character is such a monster, chat. Nothing can really compete with his damage at all in this episode. I think he is the best character for episode 4. He's got enough health to deal with the boss. And he has spells, all of which are extremely useful. I like that I didn't bother trying to guess what button my ice spell was, so I used the original control spell. And that kind of funny. Man, every character is just a little different. I guess it makes sense to put grants on the bottom button, because I don't want to pick up items while I do that. I think I'll copy whatever the spell layout is. The grants is my pickup button on the bottom, and then I have ice on my left button and lightning on my right. Fire is always my top button. Something's never changed there. Oh, they actually knocked me over. Congratulations, you did it. Your reward is a painful death. Boy. So it should be pretty quick clearing here. If at any point enemies like satellite lizards spawn in while I fireballs out, they'll take additional damage. Life Force is probably best in slot. See, the Dorphon spawned and tried hitting me, but it got hit immediately by the Gafoi from earlier castings. So I did almost 3,000 damage to it with just Fireball. Chris is doing the rest. Now I'm gonna spam grants, so he should die. Got him. He almost hit me, almost. I knew better though. See, had I not had experience, I would have panicked and been like, oh no, he's charging me. Like, no. I'm holding my ground on that one. I was gonna say, Chris is more than welcome to hide behind me in camp. I really don't care. More often than not, they're probably going to trigger my spell resets, so if they do hit me, I'll actually cast spells faster. More often than not, which is kind of funny. So I'm like, go ahead and surround me. It literally helps with my spell casting. Just cancel my attack animation, it's fine. Oh, I'm off by 5 damage. Man, if I hit max MST, I'd kill them in one less spell cast. So we only need 2.2 million XP to level. Oh, these enemies won't lock me down. I gotta respect that. But only briefly, chat. The respect is brief. Going to will take no time at all. I mean, now that we're averaging comparatively 140 XP a second compared to 86 or 87, I think I said in the previous quest. Like, episode 4 is also the best at power leveling. So not only is this character the best at clearing the episode, he's the easiest character to level in the game. What a god, chat. So honestly, 2.2 million might not be that much. How about this character? It's probably like 10 quests at this point in episode 4. Why did they hit me when Gafoi was out? I disagree. Chat. I also disagree with that. Another scape doll. Well, I'll pick it up eventually. Where'd the other Dorphon go? Oh, there it is. It's like, how is he not getting hit by Gafoi? bronze badge. Nice. I'll pick up my Bazillion escape dome. I don't really need money on this character, but I'll pick up Miseta if it's on the way. Don't scare me, announcement. I still have more time. Oh, I guess I could show off the glitch. Yeah, this is my favorite glitch in the game. They really need to fix this. It, like, if you go backwards from the bridge, it despawns things. That's silly. Yeah, we have enough to do 2 of these and then a red ring. Even if red ring takes 30 minutes, we'll have over 50 minutes between these 2 quests. I don't think they'll take more than 15 minutes apiece, so we should be more than good there. When was the last time Red Ring took us 30 minutes? It's been a while from that, too. Yeah, normally we're like 22 on like a bad luck run, or a good luck run is like 14 minutes. It really just depends on Dark Falls. Like, it's really sad how true that is. It really depends on what Dark Falls does, of whether we're gonna beat that at like sub 14 or if it's gonna be like 20-something minutes. Like, if she just doesn't decide to do the hold still and attack, like, there's nothing we can do. I think, like, if you're going for time attack records, that is the most frustrating thing. Be at the end of the run as soon as it's a boss RNG. It's no thanks. Oh gosh, my least favorite wave in the game. Oh no, the stunlock. No, the stunlock. Stop it. I'm more scared of these enemies than the bosses. I'm like, listen, Babudas. I don't mess with Babuda, chat. I respect the Babuda. Their stunlock potential is so high. That Zeus is gonna repeatedly get hit by those fireballs. I feel so bad for it. I should probably use Excalibur here. I'm gonna have one. Yeah, that's way faster than Drams. No, if they weren't lasering me, I would be doing a lot faster kills. Thank you. Getting stuck by the one across the map, that sucks. Yeah, that's gonna make it go much slower for clears. Do I at least get Mag Invincibility here, please? No. I tried. At least I did a 800 crit as a force. That's kind of funny. Yeah, if we weren't playing multiplayer, I'd probably break Disarm them. But I don't trust my hit rate with it in multiplayer. Whatever. We'll move on. Unfortunately, no Dorfana clears. That would drop us the Excalibur, potentially. So no rare version of Dorfan. Oh, Gracia with really good rolls. Oh, this is probably an upgrade for me, actually. Okay, I mean, I'll take that. Listen. If it wants to roll at like 18 out of 20 defense, I'm pretty sure that's an upgrade for me. I have Gracias that only have like 3 in defense. Another 15 is definitely welcome in single player for casts. Yeah, Gracia, I think, is basically the best shield for casts outside of Red Ring. So getting spares of those, I'm like, okay. Take that all day. I didn't even bother debuffing their attack. I'm like, listen, they're just gonna shoot fireballs. I can't debuff that. Do more damage. Oh, I thought he was targeting you and not me. Got wrecked. Another scape doll. Don't need them. Actually, Excalibur the Astark. I think that would be faster. Yeah. It's been a while since I played the power character seriously. I'm still not playing him seriously, but I could probably wake up a little bit and do better strats. Like if there's just one Astark, I should just Excalibur. I also feel, weirdly enough, I know people like to really stack on Gaboe, and they're always going to stack the Gaboe gear, but I'd almost argue that getting ice stacking is better in Episode 4. There are so many enemies outside of the Satellite Lizard that are really vulnerable to ice, and you would save a lot of time on the Astarks and some of the Buddha enemies by having ice damage. And I felt that way in particular with the Foe Rural, because she doesn't really clear that much slower than the Foe Newman, and that's because I gave her a Heal Cloak with an Ice Staff, and I hard focus Ice. So I definitely think it might be worth getting Ice gear if you can't get Fire gear here. I think there's enough enemies where that's useful. And in addition, when you do Ice to freeze normal enemies while hitting the Ice Weak ones, you're also still doing additional damage there. Like, case in point, I don't even really think I could Bowie that wave at all while I was supporting. Here's another wave that's also really weak to ice. So I think I'm a definite big pusher of ice here. Is being able to do 450 instead of 372 is like 2 less spells, essentially, I have to use when the Astarks. They take forever to kill. Went through my Gafoe to hit me. That seemed kind of unfair. It must have been at like the tail end or something weird. Now here's an example where having Gafoe stacks or bonuses would help quite a bit. Yeah, no Eclair, unfortunately. We tried. At least my Gafoe is doing some work here. I'll stand up eventually and be able to do things. That is not the right button. Mashing this one. There we go. Nice. Yeah, like 15-minute clear. That's about what I was thinking it would be. Random items to sell them. Oh, none of these are worth it. Too bad. Kind of enjoying life. Got max synchro on the mag. Got decent badges. I got a really solid Gracia. Gotta wait for another character, I think. Love that I still have a money profit. How many tri-fluids did I even use there, if any? One tri-fluid, that's it? Wow, this character is so TP efficient, chat. I don't think I'm using mono fluids, so wow. Yeah, that cost me like nothing to do. Yeah, I'm miss setup positive before handing in the quests as a course. That's insane. God tier character, chat. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you have 2,580 TP. Tri-fluids start becoming really efficient. I can try to pick up the reward there. Done with our tour of the anniversary event. We'll just skip episode 2. It's fine. I don't need to show it. I don't feel like suffering today. It's supposed to be my vacation. The Viridian Underground is probably one of the best ones, as I would love to get a limiter. The game owes me at least 2 limiters, I'm just saying. Like, I have played this quest to death, and I've had terrible drop rates. So it has a 1 in 400 drop rate, but we have 25 extra rare chance. So it's more like 1 in 300, which if you know anything about PSO rares, 1 in 300 is not that hard to get. We're just being unlucky. Because we're gonna see probably 20 to 30 of an enemy, so it's more like 1 in 100. I mean, granted, it's not great odds, but when you do that quest 10 or 12 times, you know, I kind of expect to see it by then. So we're due up for one at some point for one of us. Like, I know multiplayer lowers the rare rate a little bit, but still. Otherwise, Lieutenant Mantle from Pyro Goron would be really good. That's probably potentially best in slot for certain characters. It allows you to see traps. It's very useful for rangers. But also, it's a pretty good armor for hunters in general. So here's another advocacy where I think Ice is really good. Ice also does more damage than fire versus the birds. And if you're playing single player, you'll be doing regular Barda over Barda, where you'll, instead of doing like 400 damage with Barda, you would actually do upwards of 1,000. That's where I really, actually, genuinely think Ice is faster. Oh. This annoying enemy. Hello, Gerda-Bulu. Oh, the Marissas. Oh no, do I have Pure Freeze? I don't think I have Pure Freeze on. It's gonna be an experience. Or I'll just parry everything, that's fine. I'll take that too. The off-base tank so Chris can enjoy life. It's fine. It's the life of a forest. I'll take all the attack attention. Unfortunately, I think well, actually, didn't spook the Rakbees. Oh, I'm happy about that. Usually I mess up this wave due to the Barissas. Okay. I was still close enough. That's good. Although I don't appreciate that Rappi crit. Just don't hit me for that much damage again. Why am I being attacked by Rappies when a new wave is coming? Oh no. That's not supposed to happen. Another handgun Melia from Tallow. I guess people really want handgun Melia. I think it's an okay weapon. I mean, you combine it to form like a super gun. But I don't think the super gun is worth it, other than just to say that you have it. I suppose if you truly are bored and have nothing else, you can run it. It doesn't have great drop odds either. That's why I'm kind of surprised people are running it. But, oh well. Razan level 29. Wow, what a great technique level. I'm going to pick that up wherever it is. Oh, are you going for special? You should just do normal special. Or if you're going for the damage bug, you need to do special, normal, special. Because I was hearing the charge animation, and I'm like, oh, might be why you're missing a lot. That thing has a very annoyingly high evade. I must have picked it up already. Notice. Oh, I picked it up already. Yeah, so I don't know, Chris, if you practice the damage or the hit percentage glitch. If you use a special attack but you normal while the other one is still out, your special attack will use the normal accuracy. By the way. It requires you to be a certain distance from enemies though. But like, if the special is still out and then you normal, it will do the damage bug. Yeah. I think you might hear it online called the SNS bug. With the idea being you get 1/3 high accuracy special and also you use normal accuracy on the first special. So it can be used to kind of mitigate it. It's just tricky because like you have to be able to calculate how far should you be standing to do it. Because obviously if you special and then before normal comes out and you hit them with the special, then the bug doesn't happen, you just wasting your time. So it takes a little while to learn. Also, why are they hurting me for so much damage? I have 900 defense. Game please. Unlock time. How did that hit me? He was aiming at you and he like hit me with, I guess the tentacle still counts as a hit bomb. It's ridiculous. Like his body didn't even touch me. It was literally like his flipper at the tip touched me. Whatever. Another point where I'd say if I had Ice Boost, man, that would have been so good here. Is what it is, John. Using a lot of dimates, I've noticed. Gotta be a little more careful, I suppose, with my restless. My dye fluids. I don't need them. It's all a silver badge. I'll pick it up eventually. Stand in the center so I don't lose the Rappies. I got the worst attack from the bird. That actually could have killed me there. Normally, it's not worth dodging it, but if the dude uses the triple fireball, it gives me the least amount of stun. So the Rappies are more likely to stun lock me. We got kind of lucky there. That could have been much worse for us. I actually don't like using Mercurial Rod. I feel like it casts too slowly. It's a little disappointing for me. Like, it has really good bonuses, but... And I just got re-shocked when I went to go with them. It sucked. Hopefully we got a few of them with that, though. 1 second, chat. I think we're good. Heal up real quick. I almost have Mag Blast. I'm at like 99, but not quite there. Almost. Man, I am feeling the fatigue today, Chad. It's weird because I didn't even stay up late yesterday. I stayed up late on like Wednesday gaming with you guys, but Friday was like we ended at a pretty normal time. Maybe the week is just catching up to me. There we go. Nice. Well, I was in the wrong spot. I'll blame myself for that. I should have been here. Got the Zeus stun lock with the robotic. Nice and easy. Heal Chris up. Top them all. Advocate for freeze boost because I'm using ice yet again. I feel like more often than not, especially if you're paired with a hunter, the thing that is not ice weak is focused by the hunter or the ranger. So like most of the time, like this enemy, it's just better for the hunter to kill them. So I feel like episode 4 is definitely better balanced for forces. I feel like some enemies are a little too hard to do with casts still. Particular Dorphons, but I think I still have fun with this overall. I think casts are still fine if they have like a partner at least that can heal, but they're a little tricky to do solo here. Ooh, they're gonna take so much damage from this. So close. Did I really not get Mag Invincibility for getting 100? I think I'm over 3 with Mag Blast giving me invincibility. Brutal. Speaking of ice advocacy. Did he teleport dodge that? What a god. What a god, chat. Give him a medal. He dodged my debuff by teleporting. Now he's a problem for me. He did that. Did that not kill? Nice. I guess I could Photon Blast. Let's do it in the next room, though. No, there's a delay, so I'll wait for this. There we go. Nice and simple, nice and simple. Actually, Chan, I'm feeling kind of tired. I don't think we'll do Dark Balls today. I might just go back to sleep. I think I'm feeling it from dinner. Because it didn't sit with me. I'm not feeling as energized. Yeah. Rather than stretch it out and just feel like totally wiped. I think this will be the last one. We'll do Dark Falls another day. I took the worst time to look at the chat. It's like, wait a minute. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any comments, because I feel like I've been talking to the chat a lot. But, got bodied by Marissa. Like, how dare you, streamer, get punished. Nice and simple, chat. Nice and simple. So we're just kind of abusing elements as we come across them. I guess to articulate what I'm doing a bit more. The Gorons, aka the purple arm swingy guys, are weak to fire, so you're gonna see me spam fire. Giant flying bird takes some damage from fire, but their weakness is ice or grants, just the light spell. Yowies are also weak to fire. Goron detonators are annoying. They're weak to lightning or light. I just prefer for Chris to kill them whenever they're there. And I'd rather clean up with the crowd control spells. I do some very minor damage to them with fire, but Chris will be doing like 95% if not more. I don't tend to go for them. And I think we're at the final wave already. Pretty good timing. That one is definitely dead. Goodbye, Gerda Bulu. Limiter. Last chance for a limiter. Come on, Gerda Bulu. You can do it. Give me the rare. Denied. No rares. Brutal. Rip. One day, chat. One day I'll get the limiter. They'll put away the Razan level 29. I think that was actually a pretty good random drop. So, I mean, I'm always going to be upset because I didn't get limiter, but in terms of, like, actually getting things from the quests, I think we got a decent number of badges, so I'm not going to complain about those for sure. I could probably turn those into something useful. Bronze slots, at this point, since I'm a character at the end of the game, I can turn into ad slots. Slots. Bronze badges can turn into ad slot. The silvers, I can still potentially make TP material out of, because I think it's a 3-to-1 trade, it's always going to require a bazillion silver badges in order to cap out. Yeah, I think I'm fine with it. We also got Gratio on the previous area, which is good. I'm just gonna go ahead and submit the quests, and I'll be completed. Oh. Yeah, we'll do TTF, I think, in the future. But I think for now, say so long to PSO. We'll stick around and stream just a bit longer. I just don't think I'm up for a more dedicated run at the moment. Let's give a send-off for PSO. So I think next time what we'll end up doing, chat, is we are going to probably show off the endgame bosses. I'm thinking what would be kind of nice to do, we might end up doing the boss rush of episode 1, and I'm feeling a little adventurous. I think next time we'll also do the boss rush for episode 2. And you know what, we'll also just clear episode 4 boss. I think that'll be the plan for next time. Now, I'll probably bring in the certain characters, I think, at certain points, like our Twitch-created character, or kind of one-off quests. I know, I can't believe it. We're actually doing, we're actually doing episode 2. But at least it's not normal episode 2. I will state, it's much better to do the virtual quests of episode 2 than it is to play episode 2. So I am definitely interested. If anybody plays Ephinea or they're interested at all in PSO, please make sure to message me, at least on the stream. If you see me in-game, you can also say hi. I am more than happy to get you started or help you level up the character or talk about mag creation or section IDs or anything of that nature, because I have a lot of experience. I don't think I'm at like the top echelon, as it were, with the speedrunning, but I know a lot of strats. I know a lot of quote-unquote glitches and weird techniques you could do in order to kind of lower the difficulty from a first playthrough. So if anybody has any interest in the game at all, I highly recommend you pick it up within the next week or so to take advantage of all that bonus XP, random drop rate ups, badges to help you cash things in order to get materials, which are permanent stats for the characters, or even if you end up getting a gold badge or something like that, but you might be playing with an ultimate character, it should be there. Thank you, Dark. I'm not trying to say the rest of your name, but thank you for following. We'll be doing more PSO, I think, off and on. It might still be up next Saturday. I'm never sure when it says the event is going to end on a date, if it means it's going to literally end at like noon or 1 o'clock on Saturday or not. Because if it's still up next week, by the time we go to stream, I will do kind of a send-off for it. So at minimum next Saturday, we're gonna do it. And then hopefully Wednesday or Friday, I think we'll try to pick it up. Just for like an hour or two, nothing too crazy. But just show off more of the game. So definitely, if people are interested, I have a ton of high-level techniques. I have a ton of frames and things like that to help you get started. So by all means, please reach out. Please ask for help in the stream. We will pause what we're doing to go help you. And if we don't end up hearing from anybody over the next week or so, I tend to do material giveaways in Ephinea. I haven't announced them in the Discord, but I'll probably do them again soonish, because I'm definitely overflowing with material. So if we do not create a character that uses up all the material, I will just give away all 150-something my materials to whoever wants it. So we'll see. Again, first come, first serve. So please, by all means, reach out. But I think for now, chat, we're going to say so long to PSO. But let's stick around for a few more minutes. I have things I want to chat about. And I want to go through some theory crafting with Soten with the chat, as I'm trying to think of the best way to do things. But unfortunately, chat, feeling the fatigue, feel a little weird from this morning. So we're going to call it here. So if you've been watching on YouTube, I'd just like to thank you for watching and hope to hear from you next time.